You're watching episode number 21 of Gear65, Singapore's gadget show, where we show off a brand new gadget every single week. Today we are taking a look at the Canon Legria HF20, the HD camcorder.
Which explains why we are outdoor today.
Yep, and so let's time to show off some of the interesting things about this camera. This camera actually has a 15 times optical zoom, and there's a pretty amazing focus, as we actually noticed just now while we're filming a camera filming a camera.
Right.
And amazing color as well. You can see here all the beautiful colors coming
by the
out.
way, this episode is not sponsored by STV.
Yeah, it's not. Although STV, if you're watching this, we wouldn't mind. So you can actually see some amazing colors that's standing out. We actually love this camera so far.
Right.
The video quality you can take is pretty good. Yeah, and it has a 15 times optical zoom. I can actually
zoom all the way to the water.
The inside there, focus a bit.
It's a bit rusty, guys.
Yeah, they need to wash it.
Fix it.
Yeah, and then we can see, like, take a look at maybe inside some of the buildings.
The zoom is very impressive.
The focus as well, actually, focus. So they actually have this thing called the intelligent autofocus. I don't know what that actually means, but all I know is that it's doing a very good job. Right now we're standing at the Merlion across
Merlion Park.
So you can see the Esplanade in all its glory in 15 times optical zoom. And of course, you can also see the Singapore flyer. Let it focus.
Almost see how many people are there inside.
Yeah, almost. Man, almost. It's really impressive. Yeah. And one of the things that, for example, Fari always likes to talk about this, right? When it comes to the zoom, optical zoom, right? One thing this camera is capable of doing, as you can probably notice now, is you are able to control the speed of the zoom. So right now I'm zooming slowly. I can also zoom in very quickly as well, focusing on all those people and find out what everybody's doing. Yeah, optical image stabilizer, but of course, the more you zoom in, the harder it is for it to stabilize. But it's doing a pretty good job actually.
As you go very deep into the zoom, you most likely need a tripod.
Yeah, you need a tripod already. But you see, like, let's say I'm at 0 times, no such thing as 1 times zoom, right? It's actually pretty stable. Yeah, so far it's pretty impressive. Right, so why not let's go and take a look at some of the features of the device. So the Legria HF20 is one of the, I think it's the top of the line
HD model. There's another HF200 that doesn't come with built-in memory.
Yep.
This HF20 comes with a 32GB built-in.
Yeah, which is really a lot. So, of course, the other memory that it takes is SD card. So you can actually put in a 32GB SD card and you have 64GB of memory, which is pretty insane. Yeah. Okay, so in itself, it's actually pretty small because of the fact that everything's internal. There's no tape, there's no nothing. So it's actually pretty handy. It fits in my bag pretty well. My small, tiny little side pocket. So you can actually see that it has a 15 times optical zoom. And it has a pretty amazing lens. The lens is really top notch.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to show you some macro shots later, and it's amazing. And you can see the 15 times optical zoom and all that. Some other features, of course, you have flash, right, for photo taking, and you have an LED photo light, and which you can use during video, and which you can turn on and off in the middle of recording as well. Yes. Yeah, so it's very useful. Over here you can see the SD card slot, which the SD card is not inside now. The controls here are actually pretty smart. They actually allow you to use the controls from here. So during recording, you can use these controls to do zooming. So it's very useful. Let's say let's say you hold the camera like this. Yeah, then you can just zoom and start and stop record very easily if you want to do very low shots. There's a headphone jack here. Right, so you can actually monitor your video for audio, microphone and all that kind of stuff. You can actually see the mic levels here as well. Speaking of microphone, there's a microphone in. Yep. And over here you can actually get a component out for if let's say you don't have HDMI. On the record button is here, and then there's a photo button here. The on-off switch is here, and this one is the shoe for accessories. Over here you have mini USB, which is good, standard, no proprietary. You can use your old cables. Mini HDMI doesn't come with the HDMI cable like most of the cameras do. Not come with HDMI cable. I don't know why. HDMI cables are pretty cheap. There's this little thing here, you don't know what is it for. It could be for the infrared remote control sensor or it could be a focus sensor. Right. Speaking of that, it comes with a remote control built in the package as well, so you can actually use the remote control. Yes. So let's talk about a little bit of the software. The features is actually pretty a lot of manual stuff you can do. If you push the up down, right, in the middle of recording, right, you can actually do a lot of here you see, for example, this way you can turn on and off.
All these settings you can do during recording?
During recording, yeah. Except a few, say digital effect and some of the settings will be disabled, but most of them, like say exposure, focus, and mic level, right, you can adjust in the middle of recording.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's very cool. This one, pre-record, basically allows you to record 3 seconds. It will keep recording. So when you press record, right, the record button, right, it will actually record the 3 seconds extra for you. So in case you miss anything, right, you can make sure that you don't miss anything. Let me just show you how the focus actually works. So what happens is that when I push it in to become manual focus, the moment I start the focus, it will zoom in.
Whoa.
It will zoom in, so it will make it easier for you to. I think it's a really smart feature. Make it easier for you to focus. Yeah, and then after that, they will actually highlight the black spots, right? The parts where it's really sharp. So the moment you get it very clear already, then they will zoom back out to the normal mode.
Oh,
yeah, so it's pretty impressive. Yeah, then you push it in again to be auto. It records at 1080. I don't know what is it IRP. Nowadays the camera they just tell you this 1920 by 1080. Yeah, but we assume it's 1080i. The thing is that you can only record at 1080i resolution. You can't go any lower. You can't go to 720. I'm not sure why. It would be really helpful if you can do 720p because for web, for example,
YouTube or any other video sharing website,
they only support up to 720. Another thing about this camera is using AVC HD, right? So in other words, right, in order for you to extract the video from this camera, you need an application that supports AVC HD, which includes iMovie or Final Cut Express, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, and stuff like that. That you can't.
Software included in this.
Yeah, of course,
package.
definitely. If you don't support something, it's wrong already. Right. But the software that includes in the package is actually pretty good. Yeah, there's Mac software as well. There's Mac software inside. Yeah, it's very good. 3.3 megapixels still camera, but like we always say, right, it's not about the megapixels, it's about the sensor and the image quality, and it's really brilliant. Yeah, so even though it's 3.3 megapixels, it's pretty high end. Okay, so now we're gonna just take some sample shots. We're gonna let you see the camera itself as well as the me using the recording right now. So you can see. Okay, let's point at Nicole. Right, one of the first things they actually notice. One thing is that it actually has face detection. Yeah, and you can actually notice, right, there's actually a tiny box over here as well. Poor guy, never even signed contract with us. Anyway, yeah, and so it's actually very cool. The face detection is actually multiple face detection, and this is even during video recording. So I'm actually recording video right now, right? So let's go into my favorite ones, which is doing macro shots. Okay, so one example I always like to use, right, is I used to like to use my handphone. So you see, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get it to actually completely lie on the keyboard itself. Alright, you take a look. And this is 0 times zoom. I haven't started zooming yet, and it's very sharp. So let's see, I start zooming in, right. I'm gonna zoom in slowly so I don't lose this focus. Okay, this is about 7 times already. 7x to 8x. So this is about 7x zoom. Okay, this is the sharpest you can do already. 7x zoom, and it's still so sharp.
You know, it's actually good for microscopic view.
Microscopic, yeah, super macro, and it's insane. So you can see it. It's like I'm actually lying. The thing is actually completely lying on the keyboard itself.
Right.
Yeah, it's so close. Then like it's like you look at coffee.
Is that a coffee?
Yeah, it's my mocha.
Hey, you should take a snapshot and ask people what is that. Right?
Yeah.
Most likely they won't know.
Yeah. So these are some of the macro stuff. This is a PAL model, PAL model. If you are actually outside of this, let's say you're somewhere in the States or something like that where they use NTSC, just take note that it's not called the Legria. In the States it's called the Vixia, VIXIA HF20. So it's exactly the same. The only difference is that instead of PAL it's NTSC, right? So just take note of that. Overall, it's an amazing camera. Really, it's pretty top notch now. Yeah. In order for you to actually put the videos online and stuff like that, you need a software that can do AVC HD. Software such as iMovie or Final Cut, Adobe Premiere, stuff that can recognize the file structure of AVC HD. So if you're looking for something like that, you can immediately take it out of the memory card, upload immediately. Right? I'm sorry, this is not the camera. Yeah, but if you're looking for really high quality video, right?
For
vacation and stuff like that.
Recording some graduation.
Yeah, or if you don't mind the little extra step of going through a program, say let's say for example iMovie, right? Yeah, this is an excellent camera, right?
Buy it if you can afford it.
Buy if you can afford it. Slightly above $2,000. In the past, cameras at this kind of standard is usually about $3,000.
Yes.
Yeah, this is actually cheaper now compared to the past. Right. So this has been the Canon Legria HF20. I'm Daniel.
I'm DK.
And you can also email us at Gear65 at tech65.org if any questions regarding this camera or any other previous products. If you want to check out our website, tech65.org. That's our website. And once again, I'm Daniel.
I'm DK.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.